In this video, we are going to review what we should know up to this point. Before exam 1, we have learned what is quantitative variable and what is categorical variable. There are two types of quantitative variable: continuous quantitative variable and discrete quantitative variable. We have also learned what is sample and what is population. There are two ways to take a sample: convenience sample and random sample. We prefer random sample than convenience sample because convenience sample may bring the researcher's own bias about certain subjects or topics. Our goal is to get a sample that is representative of the entire population without having to look at the entire population. So why don't we just study the entire population? Usually it is too time-consuming or too expensive to study the entire population. Generally, we have to take a subset of the population, which is the sample, to study. Once we sample data, we could put the raw data into tables and make graphics of the data. We can calculate the statistics for the sample data set. We could have numerical summaries such as sample mean, sample standard deviation, and a fine number summary. Basically, we are looking at the data distribution, how the data is distributed, what the data from the sample taken looks like. Every different sample taken will lead to a different data distribution. No two samples will have the exact same statistics calculated. If we had all the data from the population, then the values from the population dataset are the parameters. For example, population mean and the population standard deviation. However, generally, we don't know the parameters. We will be looking at the population distribution, which is generally unknown. We did talk about a few distributions, such as binomial and normal distribution, in order to go over the properties each one has. If we know the population distribution, then we are able to calculate probabilities. So how do we use our sample statistics to know anything about the populations? First, we will make inferences that are based on the statistics calculated from samples that estimate the value of the unknown population parameters. The sample mean is used to estimate the population mean. The sample proportion is used to estimate the population proportion. When making inferences, we want to reach conclusion about a population, not a sample.